POV by going behind the goalie, going behind the boards. And now I'm facing it. Everyone has to turn. So I never.
It's also like.
Told you I was coming back, bro. I said don't fucking doubt me, no cap.
Like in soccer.
Yeah.
You know, when someone like whips in a cross, if you play it between the goalkeeper and the defense, so the defense now is running back into a place where they don't want to let it go in case someone they can't see is coming behind them. But if they play it, they can put it in their own goal.
Right.
The goalkeeper's like, should I come or shouldn't I come?
Yeah.
So you're putting the defense in a position where you're like, you got some really hard decisions to make. So growing up playing hockey, playing soccer, you kind of recognize some of these things where you put them in a bad position that you can exploit, even if you can't like just run past everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Get up over everyone. So. You know, I guess, what do they say? Like, invention is the mother of necessity, or necessity is the mother of invention. That's the right way around.
Yeah, for sure. But no, that's dope. I got one more question for you before we move on. I know you don't like talking about yourself too much, or whatever the case may be. But was it you or was it D'Antoni? 7 seconds or less.
I mean, Mike's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Mike just had a great feel for the game, like, especially offensively. I mean, Mike knows defense. He knows basketball. He draws up great plays after timeouts. You know, he knows the game inside and out. But what I loved about Mike is that he was willing to go away from what everyone else was doing.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so when I signed with Phoenix 2004, as a free agent, came back, started playing pickup the guys in September. And I think Mike realized there, you know, it was a team that hadn't won many games. They had some young guys, Sean and Amari, obviously great athletes. Joe Johnson was developing into a terrific player. And I think he saw us playing pickup basketball. He's like, why would I slow this down and get into sets that are going to make them less effective than opening this up? Let's put Amari at the 5. Let's put Sean at the 4. Let's switch a lot more. We'll find a way to use our quickness to defend in different ways, and we'll outscore people. And so I think Mike was brilliant in that, like, he was willing to say, wait, why would I? You know, like, that's almost harder. Like, you can go and find, this is the, you know, ATOs.
Right.
You can look around the world and find whatever you want. But for him,
I hate how Bron be like, right. You know, that shit be cooking me. He was doing that shit with JJ too, no bet.
Him to say, like, I'm not going to do what everyone else is doing and take that chance and that risk. You know, it definitely brought the best out of me. Going smaller, having a great roller, 2 with Sean, having shooters around, being able to just create space for me to operate, to make plays, make decisions for my teammates. So I think, one, that was a culmination of me developing and continuing to put my foot down as far as trying to get better. Like, little things, like going into that summer, you know, I always wanted to stay with the Mavericks. You know, I think Mark had been burned on a couple deals. I was 30. At that time, I was attacking the basket a little bit kamikaze. You know, didn't maybe have the balance to my game. I think he was scared, so he let me go. So, you know, all these things kind of happened. But before that happened, I'm thinking to myself, we lost in the playoffs. I think it was to Sacramento. They, like, put a third defender on our side of the court whenever we were playing.
Hold up, 1 second.
Still see footsteps, not footsteps, see people landing there and stuff. I have 2 minis or 4 minis for you. How do I get in there? Sorry, guys.
I had to piss, no bet.
In two-man game, there was nothing there for me. You know, I always had to go the other side, and they'd play 2-on-1, and that was it. And Rick Adelman was like, I'm happy to let these guys over here play, and in a sense, took me out of the series. So I was like, that's not happening again. I'm going to get sharper. I'm going to be better. I'm going to shoot a better percent.
Yep.
And one of the things that I think helped me a little bit was I played out of my left hand a lot, and I drove left, and I pulled up going right. And at summer, I was like, I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to be able to pull up going both ways, drive the ball both ways. And so I really worked on like some of my deficiencies as an athlete.
For sure.
Balance, stability, footwork, quickness in and out of a pull-up, so that now I had more solutions, going left pull, going left runner, floater, going right pull, right floater, finishing both ways. I think it just unlocked a little more, and then Mike saying, we're gonna play small. We'll have Amari rolling, we'll have guys running wide, we'll have shooters around, and we'll let Steve go to work.
Yeah.
And so I think those two kind of things happening at the same time set me up for a lot of success and set our team up.
Yeah, and like a lot of the conversations wasn't really talked about that much about guys doing the 50-40-90 thing. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Reggie did it.
No, fuck that. Hold up, where I'm at? Bro, when I was a young boy, this Masterman days, bro, this middle school, no bullshit. I used to be trying to tell niggas like, bro, how y'all gonna tell me Steve Nash not really goated? The man shooting 50, 40, and 90. Bro, I was this, no, y'all don't see the ground. I was this tall. Telling niggas like, no, bro, Steve Nash shooting 50, 40, and 90. How y'all gonna tell me he not great? And his team scoring 120 points every game. And he's shooting 50, 40, and 90. I'm like, bro, don't miss. He don't miss. He give him 2 shots, 3 threes, and 10 free throws. He fucking around missed 1 shot. I just respected it. I'm just saying though, I was on that shit. I really should have been a fucking analyst since I was a fucking child. I swear to God, I should have been doing that shit. I should have been on ESPN. Now I'm burnt out. Back then, I really had the vocabulary. I had the temperament. I had the information. I had the statistics. I really knew everything. I had the I had the footage. I was watching this shit, bro. Now I'm burnt the fuck out. Man, why bro calling me? Hold up. Oh yeah, definitely do that.
You know, once maybe in the 90s.
I
think Bird did it. I'm not quite sure if Ray had done it yet. Maybe. We can always...
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, what up, though?
Shit. What you up to? 2 more. Bye.
Oh, alright. I thought something was wrong or something. I'm like, damn.
I wanted to tell you something based off of one of your videos I just watched.
Oh no, I thought something was wrong with my stream. But hold on, no, because I'm about to end this joint real quick.